This is an instructional video on how to get your 3 marker lights running during the daytime, not just when your headlights are on. I'm using ForeScan, and this is on a 2025 F-150 Raptor. All right, somebody on Facebook was asking to make a video on how to enable the 3 marker lights on a Ford Raptor. So I have a 2025 Ford Raptor. The first thing you need is a laptop with ForeScan installed. Don't try to do this with a Mac or some sort of weak iPad. There's literally a $200 laptop that I bought just for doing ForeScan. So once you have ForeScan installed, this is version 2.3.65 release. It's installed, and you need a good OBD2 USB cable. The brand that I use is right here, OBD Link EX. I'll put a link down in the description to my Amazon store. I think it's about 50 bucks. I do get 5% of all sales, when you buy from that link. It won't cost you any extra. They do have cheaper cables on Amazon. However, you're dealing with the $80,000 vehicle. It's probably a good idea to get the cable that ForeScan recommends, and this is the one. So you go ahead and plug that in the OBD2 port down here. All right, that's plugged in, and then just push their start button with no foot on the pedal. All right. First step is to push this little connect looking button. Push that. You're gonna get a warning saying this adapter is not optimized, yada yada. Just hit yes. Now it's gonna read information from your vehicle and load it into your computer. All right, so the other step you should do before you start any of this is know what changes you're going to make before you start doing all this. So the one in particular that the individual was asking about was the Raptor marker lights on with DRL. So these changes are going to be in the body control module. All right, so let's show you how to back up your body control module before you start messing with anything. So first step is to click this button over here, right there. All right, then you want to hit this button up here to sort this in alphabetical order. All right, now it's in alphabetical order. We're going to go to body control module, and there's 2 of them. One of them is sort of like an easy mode. The second one is more like the power user mode, which applies to these little numbers that most people don't understand. All right, so we're going to go to the as built, which is like the power user mode. All right, you're going to double click that, hit the play button down here. It's going to pop up a warning saying if you're changing information, it's unsafe, yada yada. All right, once everything pops up, what you want to do is go down here to save all. All right, what that's going to do is going to take all your current settings and save it somewhere on your computer. All right, so just for test purposes, I'm going to show you. This is what I'm doing. I'm saving them here to a folder, and boom, it just saved a backup copy of all my codes are. I already have this Raptor modification done on my truck, so my numbers are going to show up just like it does in the spreadsheet. It's not going to look like your numbers, so make sure you're aware of that before we get started. So we're going to go change 3 lines of code. The first one we're going to change is 7263801. All right, let's find that. 7263801. All right. Here it is. 7263801. These are my numbers, okay? Whatever your numbers are, it doesn't really matter. You're going to go to the spreadsheet, look at that line of code, 7380. All you need to do is change, doesn't matter what your digits are, you need to change the first 2 of the last set to 01, okay? To do that, you come over back to ForeScan, 3801. All right, the first 2 digits of the last set, 01. You change them to 01 right here, okay? The next step, or the next line is 4302, and it's going to be the middle set to 01, all right? So 4302. All right, here's 4302. Middle set of numbers. Change the last two digits to 01, okay? And then we'll go to the last and final one to do this update. All right, it's 8701, the first set to double zeros. All right, going back to forescan. 8701. All right, here we are. 8701. Okay. And again, the last two of the first set is double zeros. All right. So here's mine already with the double zeros. Yours is going to be different. It's going to say maybe 01 or something else there. Change it to the double zeros. These last two digits here. You're just going to erase them and put 00. All right. Now that you have all these three done, you're going to come over and hit this write all button. Hit write all. All right. It's going to pop up a warning. The warning is going to say, you may be messing up your vehicle, yada, yada. It's going to write to your truck for a second. And here, I'll do it just so you can see the process. Write all. Would you like to force write the configuration? Hit yes. It's going to say the action will completely rewrite the module. Are you sure? You hit yes. Okay. And then it's going to change all the info on your truck, and then you're going to get another pop-up here saying cycle your key on and off, and then you'll go ahead and do that. You'll go over here, turn that off, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit this button, come back to forescan, and it'll be done. When it's done, you come down here to the stop button, you hit stop, and then go back here to the top and hit the little plug looking like a disconnect. That disconnects your vehicle from the computer, and you're done after that.